Hello, hello, rockers. Here we are again with a new session. Here we are with the Chronicles of Narnia. It's a wonderful story, yes. And it was chosen, yes, by some students, so thank you. And here we will be practicing retelling, cómo contar la storyline, all right? In the present or in the past. So choose one. Okay, so we will check some points, yes, for you to understand, to make it perfect, and to rock your English, obviously, all right? So let's read a little about it. It says the Chronicles of Narnia follows a group of children or four siblings, cuatro hermanos, ¿vieron? Cuando tenemos two sisters and two brothers who are evacuated to the English countryside during World War II, la Segunda Guerra Mundial. The books tell of their adventures in the imaginary kingdom of Narnia, guided by a talking lion named Aslan, as they fight the White Witch and restore the throne, La Corona, to its rightful line. So we've got a map here. Yes, an imaginary map. And we've got, yes, some cover books. Okay, I love that one. Yes, look at that collection. Beautiful. That's the author, Louis. Who's that? Dun, dun, dun. So the students watched the trailer. We talked about some phrases that appeared in it. Okay. Yes, to activate your listening. And look at this picture. So imagine that you are inside the story, okay? What would you say? Look at their faces, look at their actions. So, what would you say? Okay, think about it. What would you say? I don't know. Some students said, "Hey, hello, who are you? Where am I?" Okay, I was sleeping and now you appear here in, when I open the doors of my wardrobe. Yes, some students mention something like that. Aren't you afraid of the lion? Who's that? Oh, come on, a lion! A lion is looking at me. Okay. Are you ready to go into the second picture? Dun, dun, dun. Be careful. Don't touch the lion. Don't hurt the lion. You are a bad witch. Whatever, okay? Think of any ideas. And this is what we do in class. We interact, we activate our knowledge. All right. So, what would you say in that situation? ¿Qué dirían si les pasa esto? Si tienen que animarse a hablar. That's a normal picture taken from the web. Here we've got the four siblings. ¿Se acuerdan? Los cuatro hermanos. All right. They are walking in the snow. They are wearing thick clothes. The trees are full of snow, covered with snow. There's a lamp in the middle. There are trees, lots of trees. One of them is wearing a hat. Good. There are two sisters and two brothers. So, again, as I was telling you before, we will be practicing retelling in the present or in the past. You have to choose. Okay? So, this is the storyline, all right? So as you see, we've got the verbs in brackets. So if you start in the present, there is a condition. And if you start in the past, there is another condition. So this is all the story. Go and check in. Dun, dun, dun. The story continues. So think. What would you say in each time, in each gap? This helps you. Well, and finally, we've got this. All right, so, dun, dun, dun. Are you ready for some action? Let's start with the present. Let's see. Retelling the story in the present. Now, pay attention who will appear. Dun, 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 dun. The super S. Super grammar, all right? So remember, when we've got the pronouns he, she, it, or maybe we name them, okay, we need to add an S to the verb in present simple affirmative. Got it? Present simple affirmative. All right, so let's start. Remember the first image. The Chronicles of Narnia is a fantasy story about four siblings who unexpectedly discover a magical world hidden inside an old wardrobe. Okay? Discover. Why discover without an S? No tiene S, discover. ¿Por qué? Porque está hablando de los four siblings. Está en plural ahí, lo podemos reemplazar por they. One rainy day, Lucy decides, ahí sí le pongo ese al verbo, ¿ven? To explore the wardrobe while her brothers and sister play hide and seek, las escondidas. When she walks through the courts, she suddenly finds herself in the snowy land of Narnia. There, she meets Mr. Thomas, a friendly faun, who invites her to his cave for tea. Although he plans to kidnap Lucy for the White Witch, he eventually changes his mind because he feels guilty. Se siente culpable. Cuando está he, she, it, le pongo ese al verbo. Ahora miren acá, había un caso que era negative. At first, Lucy's siblings do not or don't, está negative, necesitamos un auxiliary, believe her story. However, sin embargo, after they all enter Narnia together, they realize that she tells the truth, or that she is telling the truth, también puede ser. Meanwhile, mientras tanto, Edmund meets the White Witch, who offers him enchanted Turkish delight. She promises to make him a prince if he brings his siblings to her castle. Because Edmund wants more power and sweets, he betrays his brother and sisters by secretly helping the witch. Later, the children learn that Aslan, the great lion, returns to Narnia. Many animals believe that his arrival brings hope and freedom. Aslan sacrifices himself to save Edmund, but the witch doesn't understand the deeper magic. Soon after, Aslan comes back to life and leads his army into battle. In the final fight, the forces of good defeat the White Witch, and the four children eventually become the kings and queens of Narnia, ruling the kingdom wisely for many years. Well, this is a brief summary of the plot. Now, let's jump onto the past. When we have to retell the story in the past simple, past continuous, remember that we need two types of verbs: regular verbs, irregular verbs. Regular verbs end in the suffix ed. Son los que terminan en el sufijo ed en simple past affirmative. ¿Por qué? Porque siguen una regla gramatical, que los verbos regulares, ¿sí?, terminan en el sufijo ed, suffix ed, en simple past affirmative. ¿Ok? Solamente en affirmative, all right? Acuérdense que si está en negative, cada vez que está el auxiliar, el verbo va en infinitivo. El verbo va en infinitivo. A ver. Bueno, acá puedo decir The Chronicles of Narnia is, or The Chronicles of Narnia was a fantasy story, no problem. About four siblings, cuatro hermanos, who unexpectedly discovered a magical world hidden inside an old wardrobe. Ven ahí, discover es un regular verb. va a terminar en el suffix ed en simple past affirmative. One day, rainy day, Lucy decided to explore the wardrobe while her brothers and sister played hide and seek. Ahí puedo decir played mientras sus hermanos jugaban, o también puedo decir they were playing hide and seek. ¿Sí? While her brothers and sister were playing, mientras sus hermanos estaban jugando. When she walked through the courts, she suddenly found herself in the snowy land of Narnia. Ahí tienen los verbos, tenemos regular verbs, tenemos irregular verbs, decide, decided, play, played, walk, walked, find, found. Ven que es un buen ejercicio para practicar los verbos. There, she met Mr. Thomas, a friendly faun, who invited her to his cave for tea. Although he planned to kidnap Lucy for the White Witch, he eventually changed his mind because he felt guilty. Entonces tenemos también regular and irregular verbs. Meet, met. Invite, invited. Plan, planned. Change, changed. Feel, felt. At first, Lucy's siblings didn't believe her story. However, after they all entered Narnia together, they realized that she told the truth. Entonces, at first, al principio no le creían, didn't believe. Ven, ahí está el auxiliary in simple past, el verbo en infinitive. However, sin embargo, después de entrar a Narnia todos juntos, they realized, se dieron cuenta, that she told the truth, que ella dijo la verdad o que ella estaba diciendo la verdad. Good, good, good. Meanwhile, y ahí tenemos, ¿se acuerdan cómo estábamos antes? Esta es la ficha que nos había aparecido, right? Entonces, a ver, la pasamos al simple past. Meanwhile, Edmund met the White Witch, who offered him enchanted Turkish delight. She promised to make him a prince if he brought his siblings to her castle. Meet, met, offer, offered, promise, promised, bring, brought. Tan, tan, tan. The next slide. Tan, tan, tan. Betray significa traicionar. Because Edmund wanted more power and sweets, he betrayed his brother and sister by secretly helping the witch. Want, wanted. Betray, betrayed. Ahí tengo que sacar la the. Later, the children, tan, tan, tan. A ver qué sacaron. Tenemos regular and irregular verbs. Later, the children learned that Aslan, the great lion, returned to Narnia. Many animals believed that his arrival brought hope and freedom. Learn, learned, return, returned, believe, believed, bring, brought. Aslan sacrificed. Yes, Aslan sacrificed himself to save Edmund, but the White Witch didn't understand the deeper magic. Soon after, Aslan came back to life and led his army into battle. Sacrifice, sacrificed. Vieron que understand en realidad está negative, pero por las dudas se los puse para practicar. Understand, understood. Very good. Come, came. Lead. ¿Vieron líder? Lo que es un líder, el que lidera. Ahí viene el verbo, ¿ven? Lead, led. Defeat, vencer. Very good. In the final fight, the forces of good defeated the White Witch And the four children eventually, es un adverbio que me encanta, ya lo saben, became the kings and queens of Narnia, ruling the kingdom wisely for many years. Defeat, defeated, become, became. All right, and there you are. There are far, far better things ahead than we leave behind. I love that phrase. Well, as you know, this is our motto. Stay hungry, stay curious, stay tuned. Rock your English. English Zone rocks. Thank you for being there, okay? That's the end. Bye.